This recipe is a lovely, sizzling, crispy chicken, beautiful barbecue sauce, a nice light, fresh slaw, all wrapped up in a tortilla wrap. Perfect summer dish. First things first, we're going to do the slaw. So we need a bit of a dressing. It's not going to be like a traditional coleslaw. No mayonnaise or anything like that, much lighter and fresher. So some red wine vinegar, some extra virgin olive oil, and then we are going to add just a little touch of honey. That will just bridge the gap between the oil and the vinegar because they're quite harsh against each other. So give it a whisk and just try and amalgamate them together. There we go, a little bit of salt and a touch of pepper. That's our dressing for the slaw. So put that to one side. Now, chopping all the veg. Every good coleslaw needs to start with a cabbage. So cut it into quarters so it's manageable to slice up. So we're just going to cut the core out, get rid of that, and then using a knife, nice and sharp, just run your knife through. It's really important to try and chop this as thin as you can. So once you've chopped all the cabbage up, just break it up with your fingers and then take your bowl with the salad dressing in and then just drop it straight in. Carrots, we're going to do exactly the same. So top it and tail it. Cut it in half and then really thin. Good knife control here. Nice thin slices. Everything needs to be wafer thin because this is going to be served raw, so it wants to be crisp and crunchy. And once you've chopped them through, put them all back together and then run your knife through, and again, as thin as you can manage. So there you go. If I show you those, look, wafer thin, tiny little matchsticks. That is what we're looking for. Straight in the bowl. A little bit of onion now, so red onion, and then we're just going to shred it really fine. So just break all the onions up and then into the bowl. Last couple of things to add to our slaw is some spring onions and some fresh coriander. So I'm going to chop up the spring onions on a nice long angle so we get a nice bit of crunch running right the way through this slaw. Final bit of preparation, some fresh coriander. Chop the stalk really fine, and then as you get towards the top of the leaf, a little bit wider chop. There we go. That'll add just a lovely flavour to this slaw. So in with the spring onions and in with the coriander. Get your hands in and give the slaw a really good mix together. Make sure all that dressing coats everything. All the slaw's got a lovely bit of dressing on there. Just put that to one side. I've got some rosemary and thyme here. So just strip the leaves off the branches. That's it. And then just get a knife and just run it straight through. Put that to one side. Now I've got my chicken breasts here. Skinless, boneless. Get your pan on, get it really hot, a non-stick frying pan. Take a knife and just pinch the meat and just put little cuts in it like that. That's going to allow all the flavour in. And then a sprinkle with the herbs, then some olive oil, good sprinkle of sea salt. Get it into all those cuts. This is where all the flavour will come in. The combination of the herbs, salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and then cooking these in a really hot non-stick pan. This cut side with all the herbs straight down into the pan, and don't touch it for about 5 minutes. Let it get beautifully golden and crisp and that wonderful roast chicken smell. Flip it over, turn the heat down, and then cook it for another 7 minutes on the bottom side, and they'll be beautiful, succulent, and they will taste amazing. While the chicken's cooking, it's time to make my fabulous barbecue sauce. First, in with some beer. Then we're going to add some star anise. That's going to give an incredible flavour. Straight in the pan, and a little bit of dried chili flakes, some ground cumin to give it some wonderful depth, just a little touch of honey. Pour that in, and then equal amounts of ketchup and brown sauce. And then all we're going to do is just boil this down till it's about half its volume and it becomes lovely and sweet and sticky. Chicken and barbecue sauce are ready. So we'll just pop these lovely, juicy, crisp. This chicken smells amazing. Put that to one side. And then we're just going to carve this up. And then I'm just going to take one of these straightforward tortilla wraps. And then we'll grab some of this slaw. It's got all that lovely salad dressing on there. And then we'll take the chicken and just sit it right on top of there. So we'll just spoon the barbecue sauce straight over the top there. Now take the wrap, fold it all the way over, and then just pull it back towards yourself and then roll it over. Everything is encased in that beautiful soft tortilla wrap, and then just cut through. There we go, a wonderful crisp slaw, a sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, and the perfect cooked chicken. all inside a tortilla wrap. A beautiful seasonal family favourite.